Fraziled with Rob.
Welcome to Fraziled with Rob. Today we have a very special guest. We have Bob McMahon. So we're gonna jump right in and Bob, maybe just start by telling us how you got to Cyprus.
Ooh, I don't know if we want to know this story. So first off, I'm from Ohio. Came to Utah State. While at Utah State, I did an interview with Granite School District. It happened to be more than 11 years ago, and it was with you, Rob.
It was with me.
Yes, up at Utah State. It was with you. You were representing the district. And then later on, I did eventually get picked up by Matheson Junior High about 7 years ago after being a stay-at-home dad. And so as the ninth graders were coming up, I had the opportunity to again yet be interviewed by Rob. Second interview, we could tell I didn't come to Cyprus at that time. So third time's a charm.
Did you interview to come to Cyprus?
Yeah.
To
for Spanish and LAA.
Oh, wow. and I didn't choose you.
No, you didn't choose me.
Sorry.
You didn't choose anyone.
But you know what? Wait a sec. But this podcast is validation for second chances, third chances, and redemption.
Third chance. But thing is, I needed to be surplused over to Westlake STEM to have an instructional coach to learn the things that I did over there in order to become an instructional coach. Otherwise, I would still be teaching Spanish, maybe LIA, and yeah, so that choice and those choices went and changed the trajectory of what I do. And so then I finally did get here. Cyprus.
You got a third interview with me.
I did. Yes, a third interview and third time's the charm. So now I've been here. This is year number 3.
So yeah, so you brought up something. So you were a stay-at-home dad.
I was.
So what was that like? How many kids did you have?
So I have 3 children. And I was a stay-at-home dad for 2 of those children, and it was up in Logan. My wife worked for Logan City School District, and I was a stay-at-home dad. And then we wanted to switch and change, and so came down here to Granite School District. But yes, it was challenging. It was hard. I did not do a good job at it. Yeah.
Bob, I think the question that everyone has is, what's it like to be a redhead?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you fiery and
the anger thing is definitely true for me. The alcoholism we won't get into, but no, it's yeah, definitely you kind of do feel like you're a little bit ostracized by some people, picked on by other people.
Are some of them here?
Are some of them here?
Some of them people watching, the ones that ostracize and pick on you?
Currently, no one really picks on me. Currently. Yeah, currently.
They don't.
At least I don't perceive it as being picked on.
But growing up, did you feel because you had red hair that sometimes people did?
Oh, definitely.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I think you're the first redhead that we've had on Frazzled.
Woo!
And, although I'm wearing blue Frazzle today, my favorite Frazzle is red.
Yeah, it's tiger's blood.
Yeah.
So, I've been watching.
Yeah.
It's tiger's blood.
Have you ever had one?
No.
Okay. Well, let's pretend like there's some in here. Oh, that is so delicious.
So much sugar.
I'm going to really get you one sometime soon. Sometimes I have them here, and sometimes I don't have them here.
Yeah, I have no clue what it's like. Like I said, I'm from Ohio, and then I lived up in Logan for like a decade. Lived in California, but
so you're saying Ohio and Utah State and places they just don't have things like Frazzles there. That's only a Magna Salt Lake County thing.
It must be. I don't know. I don't know. Like a slushie.
It's like
7-Eleven.
But it's not like a Slurpee. Yeah.
More sugar.
I don't know. They're pretty sugary too, but they have carbonation in them.
Okay.
Just different sugar, right? Different poison.
Okay. Deal.
I don't know. What are some of the things that you've really enjoyed here at Cyprus?
I absolutely love working with the teachers here at Cypress. I love working with administration here, and no, he did not pay me to say that.
Well, I'll give you a frazzle.
But yeah, one thing that I especially love is there is an openness to, hey, you know what? One thing that we're going to promise our teachers, especially our provisional teachers, are so many supports. I mean, you've got an instructional coach, a technology coach, currently now a behavior coach, and then a mentor. It's so much support, plus PLC. Yeah, that's something that I absolutely love. And the provisional teachers here are fantastic.
You know, you mentioned that, and you've mentioned that you were interviewed 3 times by me. I used to be a human resources director, and as a principal, I've literally done probably maybe several hundred, if not 1,000 interviews over the 29 years, right? Mm-hmm. But the number one question when we ask people in interviews the last several years, when we ask them, is there anything that you have that you want to ask us, is they always ask about what supports are there. That's a huge thing for retention with teachers now. They don't want it to be an isolated profession.
Yeah.
They want to feel like that if they struggle with something, they have a way to get better at that.
Yeah,
right?
and it's fantastic having those supports here. I do have the opportunity in my job to work with the other coaches from other high schools and everything, and from junior highs, elementary schools, and yeah, we have a lot of support here at Cypress that I'm not seeing at a lot of other schools. So we're winning.
We got to take a phone call. Oh yeah, you got a question for Bob, do you?
Okay.
Bob, they want to know why you go by Bob. Because usually it's older people when they have the name Robert that go by Bob. So
yeah.
You're not as old as I am, and I still haven't quite chosen to go by Bob yet.
True.
Although I could. So why Bob?
I don't know. Part of the drama queen in me, I guess. No, it's in high school. I switched from Robert to Bob because I just thought it fit. I didn't quite know that my grandfather, who I'm named after, he also went by Bob. I didn't make it because of that. I just thought, you know what? I want to be Bob. And so then I started telling everyone to call me Bob.
And it's one of those names that spells the same forward and backwards.
That's true.
Do you know what that term's called?
Palindrome.
Yes, I think you're correct. That is what it's called. And I'm sure that's going to flash up on this episode now and tell you our definition there. So, can you name 3 famous Bobs?
3 famous Bobs? Well, there's Bob Newhart.
Yeah, Bob Newhart. Some people here won't know who that is, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Bob Newhart.
Let's see. Bob Green.
Bob Green?
Yeah, Bob Green.
Who's Bob Green?
I don't know. Some guy.
Did you just make that up?
Maybe.
With that, we appreciate you being here, Bob. And do you have anything else you want to share with our ginormous audience?
Our ginormous audience. Stay classy, Magna. Are we allowed to say that?
Stay classy, Magna. Is that like a new?
Well, no, from Anchorman. Stay classy, San Diego.
Sorry, haven't seen it. Okay, well, this has been Fraziled with Rob and Bob.